is up? What is up? This is George I. Cortright. Welcome back to A Mad Week. Look who we got back here. This lovely lady right here. Look at this lovely lady right here. Why? Because it's her birthday, y'all. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Yeah. I got my mama back in town. Not in town, but on the show. She been in town. Just been locked on up. You been locked up. They won't let you out, huh?
Nope.
You ain't been doing too much, huh?
No, yeah. I keep busy.
You keep busy around the house?
Doing nothing.
Doing nothing. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I'm enjoying it.
This is George I. Cortright. My mama's birthday is coming up, so we gotta have her on the show. Get her insight on the goings-ons of this mad world that is outside these walls of hers.
Yes.
She ain't out there witnessing because she's still in her quarantine, but you know what's going on out there, don't you?
Yep.
There's a war going on outside.
It's
no
a
man
mess.
safe, bro.
It's a mess out there.
It's a mess. But like, we're gonna get back to the usual thing. What have you been up to lately? Since the last time we seen you, what you been up to? Ooh, you got your legs.
Oh, yeah.
That's the bionic woman right now.
I got both my knees done.
Yep, and you feeling good?
Feeling good.
Feeling good.
I can jog a little bit.
You can. Did you go jogging?
No, I wouldn't. I went jogging through
she
the
said
house.
she can.
I went jogging through the house.
She ain't say she did. She said she can.
Yes.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. Cool. But we're glad you can be all mobile and all that stuff, and just feels good, huh?
Yeah, it does.
Feels good. You can go climb some stairs up. Do stair climbs, go to like an arena or whatnot and exercise by doing some stairs?
Probably.
You could.
I haven't done it yet.
You could. Don't mean she gonna though.
Yeah.
All right. So I've been trying to venture out a little bit at a time. Like on the last show, I said I went to see Nate Jackson. We had a good time seeing Nate Jackson this past weekend. I went and saw Sinbad.
Ooh, you suck.
I went and saw Sinbad. You got a picture there. Yep.
I'm sorry.
He did not have any openers. And he went for like an hour and 45 minutes straight.
Wow.
And he was just...
That should have been good.
It was like a mild funny. He wasn't like hilarious. But it was mild, funny, just like you do. And then he was just going off the cuff. He was talking to people in the audience and just making stuff up as he went. But I enjoyed it. I remember his stand-up, his HBO, whatever. Press pause. Hey, that was a little bit of a delay because we got more live audience now. It's going to be live audience. Woo! And then hear the applause. Probably not. But anyways, we still gonna go through with it. So Sinbad was like a mild funny. Went for an hour 45 minutes. Was talking to the people in the crowd. Good times. I appreciate him. From the HBO stand up. It was cool. It was cool. But if you haven't noticed, for those of you who are not in Arizona is just coming out with all kinds of corona problems.
Yep.
The numbers have been breaking records. It might be because of the amount of testing, but the amount of positive tests have been gone up. And I understand why, because besides me, there was not that many people in that place with masks. We made sure to get there and sit in the back, so there wasn't people behind us and breathing on us. But there was not much social distancing in the Tempe Improv.
Maricopa got the highest amount in the whole state. I County.
Maricopa.
Yep.
It ain't good right now.
Goes
It
up
ain't-
2,000 and some a
it's
day.
2,000 and something a day. Yeah, cause people out there wilding, man. There's people out there that just need to get out in them clubs. They do. That story about Floyd Mayweather coming into town, coming to Scottsdale,
No.
and he was out there in the club with no mask on. People out
Spraying
there,
around.
that's what they out there doing.
They ought to do like we do. Have your drink with you.
Oh yeah, by the way, happy birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. And we having drinks.
Yes, always.
Game night.
And we having a game night after the show concludes.
Yes.
So
Early
it's-
birthday for me.
Yes, birthday actually on Sunday.
Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day, first day of summer as usual.
Oh, everything just come in balls
Yeah,
with
just-
my day.
That's what she said? Should I be doing jokes like that with my mama? Yeah, she had the visual and everything. Dirty,
I had a birthday. I had a birthday. I did not die. Okay.
All right, let's continue. All right, so when saw Sinbad, before we went to Sinbad, went to a restaurant called Rustler's Roost. The actual social distancing, so didn't have to worry about that there. But tried something I haven't tried before ever.
What?
Rattlesnake.
Ooh.
Rattlesnake.
You ate some?
Ate some rattlesnake. Actually,
It tastes like chicken.
It didn't taste like chicken, but it wasn't bad. I remember when I told you about what's squid? Was calamari?
Calamari, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like that.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Kind of tastes like calamari.
I can do some rattlesnake.
A little bit.
Yeah,
So
Calamari ain't bad.
so went and saw Sinbad. Did some golfing. I still suck. Yeah. So trying. What else do I do? Watch some movies. I'll go ahead and say about some different movies. Did you end up watching that Spike Lee movie?
Yep.
I started it.
And 22 Mile.
The Mark Wahlberg. Tell me about Spike Lee movie. The Four Bloods.
Or something like
It's something you got to start it off because I've been watching a lot of movies.
The black man go to Vietnam. They go back. The black man.
Black man Vietnam.
Oh, they was looking for
Their friend. And
their friend. They found him.
Oh, Mom, don't tell us what happened.
Well, you told me to tell you about it, man.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
All right. I haven't watched it yet.
Well, you said tell you about it. Yeah.
That's the first you actually told what happened in the movie.
Yeah,
so
they went through a lot of
they
turmoil to
found
get over there.
That was a.
Yeah, they-
Spoiler alert.
A lot of people, and then it's good.
It's good. It's
worth
good.
It's worth watching.
Worth
At least I
watching.
thought so. And I don't like too many movies.
All right. One movie that I would not tell you to watch is Handsome, that was on Netflix. Jeff something or other, dude that's from Curb Your Enthusiasm and Goldberg's. It's like a mystery comedy show.
I know
movie.
The guy you're talking about.
It is lame.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
it was a waste of time. I fell asleep on it. What was that? 22 Mile? That's with Mark Wahlberg.
Right.
Another movie I told you what. How
It
did you
was
like that?
very. I liked it.
You like that one too?
Yeah.
I need to watch that. Definitely. 22 Mile.
22 Mile.
What was that? That was on Showtime or HBO?
I don't know. I just wrote down and put it in.
I told her, she asked for suggestions. I give her
Yeah.
suggestions, even if I haven't watched them yet, obviously.
Yep.
And she goes and watch them.
Right.
So
It
22.
wasn't bad. A lot of action.
A lot of action.
Lot of action.
Did you ever watch Six Underground with
That's You need to watch that.
Ryan Reynolds? If you like
Action.
Is that the one with the people had numbers?
Yep.
Yes.
They went numbers. They didn't have
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
I watched that. That was
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
All right. Pause again.
2, 1.
We back again. And yes, we will be editing this so you don't get all that. So all right, so that's what we're doing. So another movie that I watched that again I fell asleep on. I haven't been good with movies lately. I guess the choices are horrible. It was new to Disney Plus. We got that in our rotation. Artemis Fowl. It was Artemis Fowl. I guess it's based on some kind of children's book or some crap. But it was supposed to be in theaters and was going to see it in theaters. But obviously, Corona, quarantine, all that stuff. Not able to do that. It went straight to Disney Plus. Watched it, fell asleep. Finally watched it all. And it's alright. But it's very directed towards children, teens and prior. So if you ain't into stuff like that, I'd say not to mess
What's the
with
name
that.
of it again?
Artemis Fowl. Artemis Fowl. As far as TV, I finished. I'm all caught up on *Handmaid's Tale*, and I said how it was very slow before.
Yeah.
It like certain parts, it gets you. Like it's gonna be the new season's gonna be the 4th season. I finally finished up the 3rd season. At the end of the 3rd season, I'm into it now. I'm into the characters and whatnot. I'm still trying to figure out if you would like it. It's slow. You might dig it. It's different. But even like it was either the second to last or the last episode, I had to stop it because I'm like, how they gonna mess this up? Don't mess this up. How they gonna mess this up?
Is it a long one?
It's a series. It's a series.
I like series.
How many series?
It's one series, but it's on the 3rd season. I think it's got 13 episodes in each one.
That's
But
what I meant. I
yeah.
didn't say it right, but
Yeah. All right. So I'm digging it. I'm digging that now. And some other things that happened to me besides buying an egg cooker. Well, oh yeah, both of y'all, I got 2 looks. Why did I buy an egg cooker?
Right.
It's because on Tuesday I put some eggs in a pot to hard boil these eggs.
that don't
And
sound.
what happened with your eggs?
And my roommate was like, "Hey, there's something shooting down here."
Like father, like son.
So
I
threw some eggs on and just forgot that I did so.
Someone else did that
Well,
too.
hey.
So I bought this egg cooker, and it makes the perfect egg.
Oh wow.
But that was just
I
that was just the start of a horrible Tuesday because you know I do these smoothies in the morning for breakfast, and
need a recipe for them.
it ain't no recipe. You do whatever.
Just throw that stuff in.
Pretty much. Pretty
Things
much.
you like.
As a matter of fact, we can do a show where we make smoothies with each other. And we can have a cooking show.
Lord, you
mother
got
and
the wrong.
son.
You got the wrong cook.
Yeah. Nope.
You got the wrong cook.
Because most people don't really know about those smoothies, and we can experiment with different fruit and things like that.
Be fun.
Let's see how that happens. She's saying no right now, but she can't resist this face. All right. So, like I said, that was the beginning of a horrible Tuesday. What else happened? Well, I was supposed to meet up with some co-workers because ain't been next to each other since
I was just gonna say,
February, March, or whatever. February or March or whatever. So, met up at this restaurant, and on the way, I ran over something and got a flat.
Oh wow.
So I had to pull off on the highway, change my tire, put the spare on, go all the way up, went to the discount tire. Luckily, because I had situations with my tire, I put like a warranty on each tire. I only had to pay $23. They gave me a whole new tire.
Good deal.
And I walked over, because discount tire was walkable distance to where I was supposed to meet up with the co-workers, walked there, walked back. I wasn't even mad. Wasn't even mad. It was 100-degree weather changing the tire on the highway, but I wasn't even mad. That's how good I got life. There we go. Look at that. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Now, these are my kids that's doing
Yes,
this.
yes.
Both of them tonight.
And I just want to do that. Do what we usually do at the beginning of the show, because we keep saying this, like, why does shit keep happening? One would think by now, shit would stop happening.
No.
But shit keeps happening. First and foremost, what we're going to talk about is Rayshard Brooks. The Atlanta shooting that happened in the parking lot of a Wendy's. Rayshard Brooks shot twice in the back by a cop after resisting and fleeing arrest. Rayshard, age 27, suspected of driving under the influence, was first found passed out in a car in a Wendy's drive-through line in Atlanta, Georgia.
Right.
All right. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
This was bullshit. Once again, a black man is killed by the white cops. That it keeps happening.
Yeah.
It keeps happening. The George Floyd and all that stuff. It's rough.
It's sad.
It's sad because I see like it's getting personal like a mofo to me now. Once again, Ahmaud Arbery, black man running. I'm a black man. I run.
Yeah.
George Floyd. His name's George. My name's George. Black man George died. Now, Rayshard Brooks, man who had a few too many drinks. Man, as you can see, I like to drink. Does that mean I need to die because of it? No. All right. So, I watched the video a couple times. More in length yesterday, but from the video you see the first cop who went up and answered the call, saw him, tapped on the window. Hey, I see that you're asleep. Can you move the car, put it in the parking spot and whatnot? You could tell he was drunk and like wasn't good. But the first cop, no problem. He was nice, considerate, wasn't trying to be a dick whatsoever.
There's always that one.
And then he called because I watched from his body cam, and he called in. It's like, hey, can you send a DUI specialist or whatever, driving under the influence specialist cop, and that's when Garrett Rolfe came
to test,
and then it just seemed everything was going all right, but it came time. All right, yeah, dude, you drunk. We gotta put the handcuffs on you, arrest you. Rayshard Brooks fought back, didn't want to be handcuffed. They started pulling out the tasers to tase him. He stole the taser, started running. Rolfe started running after him. Brooks turned around, pointed the taser. I'm not sure if he shot or not, but the defense attorney is saying that he shot the taser at Rolfe. And that's when Rolfe decided he was gonna pull his regular gun out, not taser, and shoot Rayshard Brooks. Prior to me watching the actual video a couple days ago, and the reason I watched the video more at length a couple days ago is because I was trying to do my own investigation. From the video, did the cop search him when they first got there? Did they ever search him?
No.
Yes, they did.
They did.
They did.
They got the gun out of the car. He had a gun, I think.
They didn't say nothing about no. He
I thought he had.
gun. No, he had no weapons. He had no weapons. He had no weapons. Not only did he not have a weapon, on his body, Rolf patted him down. It's like, hey, can we pat you down? Patting him down. So he knows that there's no lethal weapon.
Okay.
The only weapon that he had was the taser that he took from the cop.
So many happened. I'm getting confused.
Yeah, see, and that's wrong. And it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, you should not get one. Yeah.
So the only weapon that he had was the taser, which only goes so many feet, and is a taser.
Once.
Yeah.
Depends on the taser though.
They say if the taser got in your eye, it could be lethal. But otherwise,
in their eye.
no. But he's drunk. He could have whatever.
Yeah.
He
But
drunk. He just shooting.
and that's all he did. So his life was taken, and it's bullshit. There's just so much bullshit. Any little thing is causing these black men to die. Black people, not just men. Not just men. But on this one, Garrett Rolfe is the cop that shot and killed Rayshard. Garrett was charged with felony murder and 10 other charges. Brosnan charged with aggravated assault, charged for allegedly standing on Brooks' shoulders as he lay dying.
Wow.
Prior to me doing my research today on this, I was all for the other cop should not have been charged with anything because
he knew.
He was really nice.
He was nice. He was being nice.
Talking to him and
he could not have stopped Rolfe from doing that. It was like, hey, it happened so fast he wouldn't have been able to do nothing. It wasn't like the other guys, other cops when it came to George Floyd that was also kneeling on him. It wasn't like that. Or the Asian cop that was just
gonna stand look all everywhere but tell the man get off his neck.
So before I heard about the standing on the shoulders,
I didn't even know that part.
I didn't know that, but once again, it said alleged, so we don't know about that. If that's not even true, I don't think this other cop should be charged with anything. But Rolfe definitely.
I'm surprised he's being charged with murder.
These cops are getting away with murder most of the time.
Yeah,
but
because
now
his was murder. Another one was second-degree murder.
Yeah,
and he did the most.
Yeah, that is true.
Floyd is second degree murder.
That is
and
true.
this dude is murder. So what's the difference when Floyd literally did the crime?
He couldn't breathe.
He literally it's all
It's scary.
So what's one second degree and one's first degree, and what's the difference between the two?
You never know. You never know about
what was
these.
the difference to make the cases?
When Brooks chose to attack. Oh, this is what the defense attorney, Rolfe's defense attorney, is saying. When Brooks chose to attack two officers to disarm one of them and to point and fire a deadly weapon at Officer Rolfe, he took their lives and his own into the hands.
Since when is a taser deadly?
See, I think that's bullshit because that's why they have the taser because it's not a deadly weapon. So I think that's bullshit. Yeah. And if that's one of the major things that's either going to make or break the case. If they find that the taser is not a deadly weapon, that's why they use it, but you never know what they're going to say, especially if they say it's not, if they confirm that it's not, he was turning around with a non-deadly weapon and you use a deadly weapon to defend.
Yep.
Come on.
Plus, if he was as drunk as they say he wasn't going to shoot straight no.
He wasn't going to shoot straight. He was running away. He was running away, and then tasers are attached to like little cords and whatnot, so only go, I think it's like 4, maybe 10 feet.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 feet. So it's bullshit.
Yeah. I know.
In the past 3 days, police have been protesting by not going into work.
That's not going to help it stop. That's not going to... You're going to protest because your people are doing wrong.
Exactly.
And all cops is not dirty.
All cops aren't dirty, but still, I don't understand why you're protesting because your people are doing wrong and getting caught doing wrong. So you're going to put everybody's lives now in jeopardy because you're mad at what?
There definitely needs some to be some kind of reform because shit is getting out of hand, and if something doesn't change, it's gonna be.
The president don't care.
Oh, speaking of the president. Speaking of the president,
or the guy that lives
I am not the one for talk about.
Trump on Rayshard Brooks situation.
You mean Trump?
I thought it was terrible situation, but you can't resist police officer. I hope he gets a fair shake. Talking about Rolf, the officer, I hope he gets a fair shake because police have not been treated fairly in our country.
This is the same person that say he made Juneteenth famous.
Yes, that is absolutely. We might as well jump to this.
This chump here.
I did something good. I made Juneteenth very famous, is what Trump stated. And this is response to him having his rally in Tulsa on Juneteenth. They moved it to tomorrow, to Saturday.
But he didn't want to.
He didn't want to, but due to all the controversy.
It was going to be nasty.
Due to the controversy, they ended up moving his rally in Tulsa to Saturday.
Another site.
For those of you who, like me, I really didn't know everything and still don't know everything when it comes to Juneteenth and when it comes to Black Wall Street.
Oh, yeah. That was big.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Juneteenth is the emancipation of slavery. June 19th, 1865. 2.5 years after Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation. Black Wall Street actually happened around Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that is 300 black residents killed by a white mob in the area due to the financial success. And that happened in 1921. So like a mass slaughtering of black people in Tulsa area. 300, approximately 300 black people. Yeah. And he decided to do his Trump rally, which is very racist.
Yeah.
He wanted to do that on Juneteenth in the place where Black Wall Street happened. Bunch of bullshit. But the rally moved to Saturday. I did something good. I made Juneteenth very famous. This dude.
Politics. Not the subject you talk about, because they can go either way.
So
make some of your friends and family.
Moving on, but the show is called A Mad Week, so I got all kinds of bullshit, and unfortunately, a lot of this bullshit is happening due with race relations. You were born and raised Mississippi,
Greenville.
How, like, growing up, did you see a lot of racist?
It was back then. Segregated everything, schools.
So the school that you went
to, the
whole
town
was
pretty
segregated?
much was. Well, no, we segregated in 70. The schools before then, it was all whites over here, blacks over there.
It desegregated.
It desegregated in 70, right? Wow. So then it's just town. You got a line where blacks is over there, whites is over there.
Jeez, and 70. 70 is when they decided to integrate.
Yeah.
And it's 20 now. That's 50 years and shit. It's still crazy. It's
you
still
wake up
crazy.
and look like, oh my gosh.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, this is looking like the bullshit. It's looking like the bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It's sad because just like when you go out running, I know you run in the morning, I be saying, Lord, please don't let nobody stop my son trying to think you running away from something. Just, and shoot.
Yeah, I do that too.
I can't tell him not to go, but let him be safe.
Knowing that he runs, I worry every morning. Knowing that he goes at 5 a.m. He goes early. Yeah.
Once again, we hope that the shit that's going on will open the eyes of people, cops, and it's like, hey, just because he's black doesn't mean he's doing something wrong. But similar shit that happened, it was like a mix between Ahmaud Arbery and a mix and George Floyd happened to the famous comedian Jay Farrell.
Yeah.
Jay Farrell was detained by cops. He's age 32. You can see the video online, surveillance footage. Cops put a knee on his neck. He was stopped when he was running, just jogging, exercising and whatnot. The cops shouted out something. He's thinking somebody around him is about to get in trouble. So he looks around. They actually starts coming from him. Tell him guns blazing. Tell him to lay on the ground. Spread his arms out and all that stuff. They got on top of him. Put his hands in handcuffs, and he said that one of the cops even put his knee on his neck. Luckily, it wasn't for as long as they did George Floyd.
Because a call came in and said that because he had the jogging pants on in the hoodie or something like that.
He picked a description of somebody.
It's cold. Who is going to just jog in just a t-shirt early in the morning?
And then he was trying to tell the cops, hey, you can Google me. My name is Jay Farrell. You can Google me. And then they finally let up because, hey, we got the perpetrator or whatever, you know. So not until he released this video recently that the LAPD gave him a I'm sorry. It's bullshit. Bullshit. Yeah. I don't think I ever talked about Breonna Taylor, but everybody should know by now. Breonna Taylor, age 26, was shot 8 times when cops entered her home on a no-knock search warrant for a drug raid, which they had the wrong house.
Okay. I
the wrong
I didn't know
house.
What the name was.
Breonna Taylor.
Right.
Cops have been put on administrative leave, but not fired, arrested, or charged. This happened March 13th. Wow. So that is about 3 months ago, and nothing's really happened. And that's why Beyonce has come in and wrote a letter to the Kentucky Attorney General urging for the justice for Breonna Taylor. But still, shit, like some innocent. They know they wrong.
They ain't the first time they did that.
No, it ain't the first time.
Yeah, the no-knock warrants is not nice because they've did that in Georgia too. And an old lady, a 70-something
went to the wrong apartment one time.
Went in there and killed that woman. 70-some-year-old lady sleeping in her bed. No-knock warrant. They went in there and killed her.
And this is constantly happen. A mad week, a mad world, a mad country. It's bullshit. I listen to The Breakfast Club. I listen to other podcasts and whatnot. And sometimes things just get brought to light. And it's crazy how this next story unfolded. Cariol Horne. This is a black female police officer that was fired in 2006 for stopping a white cop from choking a black man. So, I was introduced to this story because I listened to Breakfast Club. So a couple days ago, I think it's probably Wednesday, somebody called in and was talking about how things are bullshit and whatnot, and was talking about how this case of this black female cop got fired and all that stuff. The Breakfast Club was like, what? We didn't hear about that. They started doing their research as the person was on. And then I was like, we need to get her on. Yeah. We need to get her on. The next day, they had an interview with her. They brought her GoFundMe up. By the end of the day, I can't remember what her GoFundMe started at, but Charlamagne the Guy stated her GoFundMe was up to $30,000. By yesterday, when I looked, it was at $60,000. Wow. When I looked today, it was at $120,000.
Wow, that's right.
But so in 2006, she was fired for stopping a white cop from choking a black man. She lost her pension. She was 19 years of service. Jeez. You need 20 years. So she was months away from getting her pension. Said she possibly lost out on $800,000. Wow. The Buffalo City Council has demanded a new investigation since this new resurgence of the story. Petitions were signed, and now they're looking. She might be able to get her pension back. But the fucked up thing about this is that same white cop was sentenced to prison in 2018 after another violent act in 2009 against 4 black teenagers. Wow. About a dozen officers were on the scene at the time that Cariol Horne stopped him from.
Right.
Well, that's the same like George Floyd. He, the guy that killed him, he had been. Yeah. I think it was 18.
Yeah.
And what do you do with those?
They swept it under.
That's a problem.
They swept it under
their
face.
Still a cop?
So he had so many more
on the street?
things wrote up on him, so he shouldn't have been out there either.
They shouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't care what color they is. He should. That's a bad cop.
That's a bad.
And it make the other cops bad. I mean, look bad.
Yeah.
And all cops aren't bad.
All cops aren't bad, and it's just like Cariol Horne. She was somebody who was trying to stop something from happening, but she was disciplined, then later fired. And to make matters worse, in 2011, a judge found Cariol's statements about the white cop, found it defamatory to the cop that had did the chokehold. She was sued for $65,000. The cop was given $20,000.
Oh.
And then he later ended up being arrested. So all that shit should come back. On the
judge should go get something for it.
Yeah. On her interview with the Breakfast Club, she even talked about how when she lost her job, she got sent to depression. I think she either has 4 or 5 kids. She became a little homeless or whatever for a while. So this just brought her down big time. But now this is due to the
jump now, hopefully.
Yeah, all this is going to be hopefully
can't give her back her a lot of years that she lost, but at least
it helped her out.
Yeah, so
peace of mind.
Once again, there's good cops out there, and hopefully they won't be punished like this one she was. And not only has she been fighting for justice and all that stuff, she's also trying to get something passed called a Cariol's law that protects cops that intervene in such things.
Yes.
Sounds like
more cops who will actually.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, right? Sounds like a great thing. So
they
total
need
support.
Something to protect the cops that actually want to say something, because you gotta think the one cop that had the manifesto that shot up all the cops.
Oh, Donner.
Yeah.
What?
And that was him.
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle did something about that. Oh, you might want to watch that. Dave Chappelle. That's a good one. 846 is on YouTube.
You better write it down. You know.
Yeah.
You know his mama gonna forget for it.
Yeah. We'll do that. We'll write it down.
He's not the only cop that's tried to do right and had turned bad.
Yeah. Next, 6 hangings in the United States of America.
2 in California alone.
2 in California. What was it? Portland, Southern California, Houston, and New York. Most have been labeled suicides.
How?
Although one of the Houston ones, his family pretty much said he was suicidal.
Oh, okay.
So 1 out of 6.
But still.
1 out of 6. I think that was the Mexican dude. But
they had evidence that it had some way he got up there to hang himself or climbed up there.
It's
stupid.
All this is suspect.
Yeah, since May 27th, a woman, 4 men, and a teenage boy. It's crazy. Nooses have been found randomly placed across the United States. So
I heard.
This is starting to get out of control, out of hand. It's starting
to back to the 60s.
Shows what happens. I'm
serious. Bring it back to the 60s, man.
And this is bullshit. This is bullshit. But one man states he hung up some nooses in a tree as exercise equipment. Lying.
Exercise.
Hey, I'm just reporting the news. I'm just reporting.
I want to see that workout.
I don't even want to see. I don't want to see no workout with no.
He shows me how he works out. You do that. Yeah, you do that. Show me what you.
Weird. I don't understand that one either.
Yeah. There's been some decent things that's been happening. Not everything's been. Yeah, Barbara Streisand bought Disney stock for George Floyd's daughter.
Oh yeah, I heard.
George Floyd daughter is 6,
a Disney stalker.
Yeah, so Disney stocks bought by Barbara Streisand. Doesn't say how many or how much they're worth now, but she did that. And this week, Supreme Court ruled LGBTQ discrimination is illegal. It was a 6-3 vote.
That's right.
We need to talk about them 3 motherfuckers. But when I heard this, like, what? That's not illegal?
Exactly.
Like, so how slow is this country in doing this shit? So, before this, you could fire somebody because a man liked a man.
Yep.
That was all right.
Yep. But I thought it was part of when you hire, you couldn't get fired anyway because of your discrimination.
Not until this law or whatever. It said now it's wrong for you to do that.
Okay.
And last but not least, some of your favorite brands are going away, including Aunt Jamima, Uncle Ben's, and Mrs. Butterworth.
Because of the black people on the back?
Yep, because
they black?
Not because they black, but because they stand for racist bullshit. Yeah, Mrs. Butterworth was a slave. She was a mammy. Yeah, Aunt Jamima, and that's what they're saying. Due to racial acknowledgments or whatever, they realize now the shit is wrong. All of a sudden it's wrong. Not only Aunt Jamima, Uncle Ben's, Mrs. Butterworth, but we didn't know about Colgate's Darlie toothpaste. I'm gonna have to show you this picture. This is the only picture that I would have had to see. Darlie toothpaste used to be Darkie toothpaste.
I've never even heard of it.
It's an Asian brand. It used to be Darkie with, and the label was crazy, but they changed it to Darlie. But being that it's based from racist shit, they're gonna change that. They're gonna get rid of that.
We losing some uncles and aunts.
Yeah, They're
just gonna change the label, right, of the whole.
They're gonna change the name. They're gonna change the presentation. There's no Uncle Ben. It ain't gonna be Aunt Jamima.
But it's gonna be the same product, but
it's gonna be a product, different name, different brand.
Okay.
But I heard a great joke. One of those that it gets you inside. You ain't like, but it got you inside. It's like, Aunt Jamima is the only black woman in Donald Trump's cabinet.
Well, I'm not gonna even go there with y'all.
So I thought that was cool, and hopefully I've been rocking this for some years now. Being that I have my buddy Marlon on the show, I keep saying the damn Washington Redskins need to change their name. Hopefully, it's that time now.
No, I doubt it.
They need to. That's just fucking racist. It's the same thing. It might as well be the Aunt Jemimas. Washington Aunt Jemimas.
Washington Uncle Ben's.
With the Washington Uncle. What, the Utah Uncle Ben's?
Utah Benny's.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, all right. So they need to change that shit. All right. Last but not least, Ford. The new Ford Bronco is not gonna be debuted on OJ's birthday as planned. The Ford was planned. The Ford Bronco, the 2021 Ford Bronco is gonna be debuted on July 9th, which was OJ Simpson's birthday. It's got moved to July 13th.
I can see that.
So
Riding around that white Bronco.
I thought that was just amazing. And even though they did change it, the advertisement and just exposed. No, it still is because it's out there.
Yeah.
It's out there. It's out there. They can change it now, but it was out there.
That would have been That would have been great.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me.
Great.
Who me?
Yeah, me.
How? How?
Guess who me?
Who me?
Who me, ma? Who me? Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you don't want your birthday present.
Oh, yeah, you know you the best son, bro, mama.
No.
Oh, you want that present? Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Cheers, ma. And you know I love you, so I might as well give you a birthday present on air. And your
No, that ain't Michael.
Yeah.
that is Michael Jordan tequila.
Look at
So yes, got her a bottle of the Michael Jordan tequila Sincoro.
Oh my gosh.
So who me? Who me?
You ain't me, baby. I was just lying.
All right,
He's just playing.
I just played.
just playing.
Oh my
I
gosh.
am George I. Cortright. This is my mama.
Hello.
No, it's goodbye.
Goodbye.
This is a mad week. We out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you. You know I ain't never drink it, right?
I know.
Oh my goodness. Gotta get my camera, take my picture.